ended up to be fractions,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
So, solving a proportion in the form of ax over bc, in other words, you have one fraction equal to another fraction, which is called a proportion. We're going to solve by cross multiplying. I like to multiply the one with the variable first just because I like my variable on the left side. So 13 times y would give me 13y. Then we cross multiply and do the other pair. So we're going to do 8 times 5. 8 times 5 is 40. We said in order to solve that for y, we have to divide by 13. Now, we're going to use our calculator because it should have had the directions, round your answer to the nearest tenth, and we were getting really crazy answers and going, well, this isn't right. So if you take 40 and divide it by 13, what do you get on your calculator?
3.076.
And that's about as far as we need to go, because if we're going to round it to the nearest tenth, the tenth spot is one place after the decimal. So we say, oh, do I leave that a 0 or do I have to round it up to a 1?
So y would equal 3.1.
3.1. We got to round it up because there's a 5 or higher behind it. And so 3.1 would be our answer to the nearest tenth. So number 5, if we're solving that proportion for u, we're going to start by cross multiplying. So we're going to have what?
17u.
17u equals
55.
55. And then we would
55 divided by 17
divide by our 17, and we're going to get
equals 3.235.
and so rounding that to the nearest tenth,
Would be 3.2.
3.2. We leave the 2 since there was a 3 behind there, which is less than 5, right? So 3.2. And then number 6, if we cross multiply to solve that one, we would have
11v
11v equals
96.
96, which is the 12 times the 8. And then we
96 divided by 11.
divided that by 11.
8.72.
8.72. And so if I round that off to the nearest tenth,
8.7.
8.7. Alrighty. So now we should have those fixed up. We were leaving them as fractions because they were coming out to crazy decimals because we didn't have the direction that said round to the nearest tenth. And then I looked at the computer and went, that's why those didn't work out right.